Alright, gentlemen. Let's color grade. Welcome back to another AC Bagel stream. This is AC Bagel, your streamer for tonight. Here we are. Color grading season. I thought I'd do at least one stream of this for people who want to see how I do it. I will likely spend multiple days of effort on this color grading. I take it very seriously. So I want to run through my process. Just chat about whatever pops up along the way also. So I've only been working on Yavin so far. The problem here is I'm working with multiple pieces of source footage. So that's been a wee bit of a challenge because I can't just apply one to everything, at least in this section of the movie. I try and make one that's like universally that planet's color scheme. So I'm working on building the Yavin one, and in order to do this, I need to pull up the link. Oh, where the heck would that be? There we go. So I've always got a reference image for what I am aiming for. That's kind of been my philosophy across this whole saga, is find what I think it should look like based on this planet or location in other media. For example, like my Tatooine scenes, I color graded based on A New Hope and Tatooine, etc., etc. So that's kind of what I want. So with Yavin right now, I am color grading based on this from the video game, and I have a couple other reference images from A New Hope and Andor, but the video game did it pretty well also. So, you know, I'm trying to match like the deepest greens in this one to the deepest greens in this one. The sky in Yavin is, you know, in A New Hope, you get some blues. It can get really overcast and cloudy, so sometimes it's just all white, gray up in the sky. So that's kind of how I do it. I find a back and forth balance between those things. So And you can see how many numbers there are to wiggle around to get certain things to match. Usually I'll start with just the apply match button. That won't change these numbers. That will just leave these at 0. And then that just becomes like my new baseline to work from. So it'll just kind of balance the darkest darks with the brightest brights. And then I work from there. So that's about my overall process. And like I said, in this beginning section, I'm working with multiple different source footages. So I have shots from like Battlefront. Like this is just an animated still where I'm like panning the camera through the Rebel hangar. Then I've got a couple are just like nature documentaries from the area where they filmed A New Hope. This was down in Guatemala, here on Earth. So this whole opening segment is a throwback to myself. I'll show you what I mean by that. So it's a throwback to myself in a way. I've got my own internal lore I'm running, I guess. But as you can see, my episode 9, my episode 7, when I began it, I did the same type of thing. I start off with just some nature documentary footage, a calm. Let's show the setting. So, I just added some like extra Jakku footage around there for just this like serene, peaceful opening before you get to the chaos of the invasion. So yeah, I started with Rey. Yeah. So it's a kind of, that's what I say. It's a throwback to myself to just do like a similar thing on Yavin before we get to Grogu, because I thought it worked well with. Oops, don't need you anymore. Since kind of like my signature opener for the Way of Mandalore has been, running the sound effects of the opening scene through the logo transitions into a peaceful fade into my shot where it's I haven't done like cold opens. My scenes have typically been like slow openers for the first few minutes that build up. So I'm trying to keep that vibe alive. So get through a few of the Yavin footages, and then we're here. So what does the AC Bagel color grading look like versus the Disney color grading? That's the $1 million question, huh? Let's see if I can get, where's a good wide one of them? So like this. So there's me. There's Disney Plus. That's where I'm at right now. That's Disney. Me, Disney. So you can see the Disney one, as all their shows do for some reason, just has this like, it's just got a brown haze over everything. I've never liked it. I've never understood the purpose. In my films, I even tend to oversaturate. I think that is kind of akin to what the prequels did, where the environments are very, very colorful and not bland at all. So I want every world to feel very different. And this is a pretty subtle one, honestly, compared to the others, because I have to keep a similar appearance to Yavin from other material, like that image I showed. So I don't want to make it like so green that it doesn't even feel like Yavin anymore. So I'm basing this stuff off of references. I gas it up here. Okay, it looks kind of nice, but then You know, does this look like Luke's face gets too red? So, you know, there's pros and cons to all that. But I'm trying to do enough to get rid of the brown haze, but not so much where the planet that we know and love doesn't feel familiar anymore. So even just that, like, look at the sky. Just the little touch-ups here. And yeah, it's a lot of numbers, but, you know, pulling the highlights down, I think, eliminates some of that haze. But then, like, look at my sky. So that's my sky. And that's the Disney sky. So, Kui. What's up, Goob? Caught you on an off day, huh? Nice. So yeah, Disney sky, bagel sky, Disney sky, bagel sky. Like, I don't know why the Disney one is just. It should, like, what is that color of the sky? Like, that is. It's just gross. Oh, here, sorry. My chat box is kind of blocking what I'm pointing at. So, like, what is that? That doesn't look good. That doesn't look like a good contrast between environments or the sky or anything. So see what I did there? Like, I just lifted the blues. And I might even do more. So, like, you can come down here and kind of, like, set the color. Okay, let's find my blues. And then... Oops. Sorry. Yeah, take them. Oh, oopsies. Hold on. These tools have different markers. There we go. Why does that keep turning on when I'm doing that? Stay off. I don't want it to be. Why is that toggle on? I really don't want you to be doing that. Okay. But, like, I just want to show, like, some of the manipulative tools you can do to, like, find certain areas and then color grade them a certain way. So. Da, 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 da. So just slight midtones up there. That I was just showing, like, if I need a specific color, you can, like, mask a certain color in the shot and then try and get it closer to your reference image. This guy, I don't know. Let's make it gray and gross. I mean, they're actively like. I mean, just my eyeballs look better than that. You know, like, they literally just took the set and I think made it look worse. I don't know, man. So, trying to bring some life back to the environments. So I think this is a good start for Yavin. Anytime I manipulate it more, it starts, I don't want it to feel not like Yavin. So, this is like Yavin in the fall. Which is kind of a cool thing that you don't really see at this point. So I saw these earlier. Like, some of the trees are starting to, like, go yellow and brown a little bit. If I want it to feel like Yavin, what can I do? So earlier, as we get this opener, I've got a shot of Guatemala where Yavin was filmed during, you know, early fall. And so I match up, hey, there's some yellows, some oranges, some browns, but this, like, instantly makes it recognizable as Yavin. Right? I've got my Jedi Academy birds chirping. I've got cool images like this that looks like Episode 4 Yavin. So, we're Yavin in the early fall. It's kind of the vibe I'm rolling with. So I think I'm just going to roll with this one that I have in there. I don't see much more I want to do with it. You know? Like, look at the difference. Especially, like, in this moment, I want this to look, like, magical. And it does now. Because this moment is like them in tune with the universe. Alright, so next one. This is the Rock World, which what I have it in mind as like a moon in the Mandalore system. So here's, I know I have it labeled Coruscant. I just used that one as a base, but like this is the show, and that's mine. So very different sun, essentially sand color sun. Again, there's this very like drab, hazy. Like that's Disney Plus. Okay, I want like an alien feeling world. Not just the same color filter upon everything. So this now seems like there's a very bright, like, red sun, almost. There's different sun types out in the universe, too. They don't all broadcast the same exact type of rays we're used to here on Earth. What's up? Mando lessons. Shoya. Haruni. It's probably something to do with how the cameras record the volume, needs more touch-ups that they don't have time to do. Yeah, I haven't watched enough of the Disney Plus Marvel shows to know if it's affecting those also. But, like, for the color grading, probably the Acolyte was the best one. The other ones, and I wouldn't say the Acolyte really looked good in many shots at all, but yeah, the other ones just look terrible with the colors. So, yeah. This is the color grading I used for the other movie, you know. Bright orange sand, beating sun. Let's give some stuff some color. So, I think this one's pretty much already done. Because it's just the same one I had. It's the same footage from different episodes where I used clips in my last movie. So I already did this one, and I want it to be consistent. Hey, it's the same world. So not much to do there. Like, look at that. Look at the difference. It's so bland. It's crazy. I don't know. I know some people don't like saturation as much as I do, but goodness gracious, give me something. Like, you're at a point with this one where you can barely tell the difference between like a blue plate and a yellow plate of armor. And like I think the contrast of the red and gold really pops, and it's like a really bright sun is reflecting off this armor, not just like matte being absorbed. So there's that one. So I think that's done. And then the Tatooine one is, I need to find, I had a baseline of that I really liked in an old draft of a movie, and I was wanting to recreate that. If I want to be really extra, you know, I'll try and match Camino, which I probably will, because again, this looks just dark. Everything, there's not great contrast, like you've got stuff blending into each other. Like right here, this is 4K footage. I can't tell the difference between the water and the pole. You don't want that. So it's got just that, again, haze over everything. The contrast is awful. You want a difference between your lights and darks. Color. Sorry, my Aussie is showing. Did you do the OUR? Color. Calor. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so let's work on the Tatooine one now. I had a baseline of what I wanted, and that's gonna be, I believe, this. Gosh dang it, not this again. Why does this keep doing this? You son of a gun. This keeps like auto-linking to the wrong thing. I do not understand why. Done this a bajillion times to switch it out, and it just... There we go. So like, this is my Tatooine that I was really fond of. This is already baked into this footage, because this footage is from an old movie of mine. Chat decided not to send your color. Your message about Helm's Deep wasn't okay. Yeah, that's disgusting talk, Goob. Come on, this is 2025. Watch your mouth. Where's my audio for this? Got so many freaking audio channels. I can't find it. The heck? Why, like that one just wasn't showing. Okay. Also, computer update. I have discovered it is my RAM that is getting maxed out in this project. So I'm rocking 85%. So I have ordered another 32 gigs. It'll be here by tomorrow, so hopefully that will speed up some of the playback. I used to have this thing in like multiple different sequences, and then I combined them, and it just cannot handle it anymore, so I need 64 gigs for sure. Mentioning how they use blue and purple to light that sequence to make it appear dark. Cool. Yeah. Okay, so like here, I mean, here's a good example. This is the Disney Plus show with nothing versus my color grading on Tatooine. So half of me wants to, gosh, like find that old project file where I just have that file done. I wonder if I had moved it into book 2. Now that I'm thinking about that, book 2, man, I wonder if I can find that. If I can just find the original color grading file, that's all I need. His eyes look sweet there. I don't know. I know we've like talked about the Cad Bane face and all. Like the poll was pretty split on it, so I still kind of want to. The other editor who was working on doing a lot of the shots has had a lot of complications, and I don't know if they're going to finish, especially anytime soon, so I do believe I'm going to rock without the Cad Bane face morphs. As technology improves, and maybe if this guy gets some more time, I might revisit it for just a Cad Bane update, because I personally do want to change it. But I haven't been planning on it. The polls were pretty split. Didn't seem like a ton of people super cared about it. I know Goob did. He wanted it. But as it is. Alright, let's see if I can freaking find this. Mando. What is this file? Transcribe, please, Goob. I'm doing it my way because I can. Dude, wherever I put my chat box, it's blocking something. There you go. That's what I'm looking at. Alright. These are all... Maybe like one of these had it? That one's from 2023. Let's try and open that. Of course. Ooh, that's looking red. I don't need anything. See? Look at this. I think this is it. Let me... Can I get to a spot where... It's not even on Tatooine. On the sands of Tatooine. Is there anything better than Tamora Morrison saying Tatooine? See, like I've got my Navarro one that I'll need to bring over. Yeah. This is good. Good, Anakin. Just chuck you here. Give me my Tatooine. I might pull my old Yavin in, but that was before I was doing it on Yavin. This 2023 project file right here. So I don't think I made it to look like Yavin, but I kind of want to just take a peep. These were my settings. That's weird. I put it directly on the clip instead of an adjustment layer. Yeah, I can add that if the face morphs ever get done. His were better than what I was going to do anyways, so... Gosh, I gotta freaking close this thing. It's dumping a bunch of files onto my computer that I don't want. Yeah, I mean, for it being Yavin now, I don't want... I think mine looks more like Yavin than this. I like this one, especially compared to what would Disney be, this. So just a different style. My other one has more greens and blues. This has just more like yellows and stuff. So I don't need that one, I don't think. I want to bring over the Navarro. I did have one from Mandalore that... Well... I should grab my most recent book 5 for that, actually. Gosh, I can't... Did I had this... This is from 2023? My goodness. I've been working on this forever. Yeah, this is like my initial project file of... Well, that's not even there. Stuff is all unlinked. But this is like when I was initially rotoscoping Grogu out of everything. So like all these purples. Well, if I knew where they were in this project file, that's what they would be. So Koi, me, Miss Marvin, Oric, my loyalists. So let's close you. Don't save. Don't need this. Don't need these clouds anymore. Da-na-na-na. So that's Tatooine. The sands of Tatooine. Is that it? That doesn't look like it's doing much. I mean, well, it's definitely bringing some color to the sand. Now that I think I was going for like an episode 1 Phantom Menace, which was like the sand is a little more orange. But is that like... Gosh, it's so bland. I just can't look at the Disney versions anymore. I look at Boba's armor. Just it all like the green and the red starts to blend together. It looks. Ooh, ooh. Da-na-na-na. I don't know if that was the right file though. Let me find my book 2. Where would my book 2 be? Yes, you can make fun of my file organization. I accept it. I do eat it. No. Those are some of my films. I literally don't know where my book 2 save file is. You would think, hey, Mando, book 1, everything in there, book 2. Nah. I just chuck it around and find it later. You know, it's all about like that disorganized organization. Oh, I bet it's here. I remember this. I've got Star Wars edits. This is old. Here we go. Edits. This is not it. Oh, I got... See, like, I've got Mando 4 in The Rise of Skywalker. Somebody make that make sense. Mando, okay. Boba 2 fix 1-1. Mando Boba 1_1_1_1_1. It's beautiful. Hey, I was looking for this file earlier too. Wow, from 2022. That's nuts. Boba 2 fix from 2022. Let's open it up. I'm trying to find this like really old file that's got some color grading in it. Uh-oh, I don't think it liked that one for whatever reason. Nope. Wow, it doesn't want to open that one? Okay. So be it. Let's check Mando Boba 1111. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to locate anything. Just, it's all offline. I don't care that you broke your elbow. I have no clue what this is. Navarro. I don't have any Tatooine in here, do I? I have no clue what this file is, so this looks like trash. Okay, that one just doesn't have anything. Alright, we're just going to work based on this and adjust as needed. So Tatooine, you know, if I want to be organized, I will rename this thing from Coruscant to something else. But that's just not me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, that's like way too far over. Unless, can I like... I should be able to just fade those colors in. Oh, shoot. And then it just instantly cuts to Camino. Gosh, even my Tatooine thing on Camino makes it look... It's so different when there's lightning and not lightning. Try and get like a middle lightning one for the average. Mine gives it more blue. Maybe a little too much blue. Let's get a reference picture of Camino. So let's make a cut here. Let's do it right. let's get some Rio Camino in there. And then there's a very nice website called shoot, was it Stockbot? Oh my gosh. I just had it open. No. I will find it. Let's go in the Google history. Here it is. It was from... Oh my gosh, what is this called? You son of a gun. Shot Deck, that's it. There we go. Okay, so Shot Deck just has like a bunch of high quality screens from different things, and they're very filterable. So I try and find reference images with this. Star Wars Camino. None? Oh, hold on. I think it still has my Yavin. Oh yeah, okay, I was gonna say it's got Yavin in there. Okay, clear all. Camino. There we go. So here's a good example of the water that I want. So I shall take you. Just when I thought I was out, he pulled me back in. Give me a new... Looking forward to October for the release. Says, versing the games. Have I met you yet? I'm also looking forward to it. Thanks for jumping in. Do you have a different profile name that I'd know you from something else? Or is this a first timer? Welcome, welcome. Hope to finish color grading like through this week. And then once I install this new RAM, I can finish like the technical touch-ups a little easier. And then I'll start making the trailer, hopefully next week. Week after? First, second week of October, I hope to have a trailer out and have the movie to some people for review. Alright, so did it give me something? It did not. Did I not do that? Adjustment layer. There we go. Here is Camino, which needs to roll like through. Probably keep it through like the whole dream till there. Camino. Then let's get ready to rumble. pull in my real Camino image over here. Ooh, she's small. There we go. See, this is a little more like gray compared to this, which is just like really dark. So I will probably, like, it could be like later at night. These are just, I mean, my goodness. Like that's too dark. I can barely make out the shape. First thing says, also did recently comment there, since this and Film Extrum on Johan's GOT films were my most anticipated films of the year. Film X already came out, so now I'm waiting for yours. Oh yeah, I did see that comment. That was on my YouTube, I believe, right? Where was that comment at? Yes, that was on OT. Yeah. Cool. That is high praise. How did Film 10 deliver? I followed his project for a long time, and I didn't even know Film 10 was out until probably just a couple weeks ago. I went back and checked. I was like, oh shoot, it's done. I only watched like the first two. So I'm way behind, but I was like keeping up with his thread on like what he was doing. So what was Film 10 like? Did it make the ending good? I have a Game of Thrones ending edit, just kind of lightly done, not my typical in-depth stuff. And it took it from like awful to meh. I don't think it was good. But that's why I've got Game of Thrones in my tournament. As I've said, I'm launching my next project tournament, so if you want to take a peek, some of these names got cut off, unfortunately, on here. So, like, Star Wars Supernatural is the Supernatural Encounters book adaptations. That wins, and people want me to do that for the rest of my life. I could, because that's about how long it would take me to adapt that entire book. Other things, go back, redo my sequel trilogy. Wild card, nominate something not on this list. Skeleton Crew, Bad Batch. I know a lot of people want me to do Bad Batch. I think that will go pretty far, if not win. Acolyte, The Boys, Rings of Power, Andor, Kenobi, Encounters Forever. That one's probably going to get smacked if I put it against Kenobi. That was, didn't even give my boy a chance there. Clone Wars movie edits, Phantom Menace, Ahsoka, Tales of the Jedi Empire, Underworld, Game of Thrones universe. I know they're putting out their Night of the Seven Kingdoms based on the short stories. I think that comes out like early next year. And then The Witcher. Toss a coin to your Witcher. So, there's no voting yet. I just wanted feedback on the bracket itself. Should I move stuff around, change matchups, etc. Let's give me a comparison view. Oh man, he made the best ending you possibly can with what we have. I'm not spoiling how it ends, but these films are the best way to watch the series. I mean, he even kills off characters that aren't technically dead, but adds much more weight to it and stakes, but so much fluff is cut out that really didn't matter. I gotta give him a shot. I know. I do need to watch those then. I'll try and avoid spoilers then. Go into 10 blind. Okay, so I want... to be this timestamp. Are there any other... There are like no other exterior Caminos. This one, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty similar. Everything's a lot more visible. Again, like these structures compared to the water, you know, you got gray versus blue here instead of like black versus blue. And I get this one, okay, it's later at night or whatever, but boom. All right, that should take me there. Oops, move that back a little bit. Get that big black wall out of there. Okay, so give me a lumetri. Let us begin by checking what a match will do for me. There we go. Oh, I was going to say, why did that look like it? It's because it did. I got to not cover up my reference image. I already loved how you set up WOH books and cut out things that didn't matter. I love EU lore editions. Giving us a piece of Luke that we never got. Thank you. I already loved how you set up... Why is my mind spacing on WOH books? You set up WOH books. What does that stand for? Way of Mandalore? What is that? What's that acronym? I'm lost. Somebody help me. But yes, I do try. I do. Yeah, the EU adaptations were like top priority to me. And you in this movie, you will be very happy with how Luke behaves if you like his EU. Oh, Way of Mandalore. Okay, yeah, WOM. Yes, thank you. Way of Mandalore. Yeah, I can't wait for you to see the Luke in this one. It's awesome. Okay, so that's a color match. I hate how you can't zoom in. Probably need this to come up a little bit brighter. Oops, that was a lot. That was extreme. This thing runs so slow when you are in comparison view. It's brutal. I probably have to do the rare desaturation because that's looking quite blue. Ooh, that's way too much. Ooh, okay, hold on. I'm getting close to the grays now. Okay. The blacks are decently black there, so let's pull that up a bit. Oops, sorry, down. Good, good. Whoa! Whoa! It was looking good. My goodness, this is run so slow. I need this RAM to come in. So what would you say? Is Boba a badass again in these films? Oh yeah. Absolutely. I don't think you'll even... if I was directing, I wouldn't even have like his I think he's overly fond of Fennec and stuff. But yeah, the way he treats like everyone else, yeah, he is. He's gonna be very close to his EU post ROTJ arc. Man, just still looking quite blue. Overly blue. What if I yoink away some of the blues? Sorry, I might as well just throw this other screenshot on my monitor now that I've got the match. So this thing doesn't take 300 years per upgrade. See, this is what I'm talking about. Strip some of the blues away. We're getting closer and closer. I can add a little bit of color back now that the blues are toned down. I am gonna need like a color fade here. Let's probably bleed it that way. No, it's taking too long. It's hard to do these, like when you've got these like slow cross dissolves, it's hard to do your color grading in a way where it... Why does that seem like it... Oh, and the lightning's throwing me off too. That's tough. But yeah, already this feels more like that's the show. That looks a lot more like the prequels, Camino. Yeah, I might even take away some more of the blues. If I do that, then everything else just gets too crazy. Yeah, I think desaturating helps. That's looking pretty good now. Look at that. Where you go? See? Getting a lot closer. That looks much closer. And it's probably a little darker at night. Maybe I'll... What the heck did I do? What's this? Oh, I clicked that. 100% this makes me forget Book of Boba Fett was bad because it makes good use of his footage. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I can't wait for you guys to see just how when it all ties together, the journey of Boba's character. I really want to watch this thing start to finish so I can make sure everything's landing in the right order. But yes, Boba's characterization, genuinely, to me, is more important than Din's characterization. Like, I have to get Boba right. Not that I didn't focus on Din a lot and giving him a more sensible plot. I think I definitely accomplished that too, but Boba's everything, man. Maybe a slight tint of green into this Camino one. Yeah. Yeah, very slight, I think. See if I can pull the exposure out like 0.1 maybe. Yeah, there we go. 0.2. Oops, I closed my... Yeah. I think I got it. I think I'm happy with that. That feels nice. Like, look at the difference. Again, okay, this is more of a nighttime, I guess. But, that, I see this and instantly prequels. Just the color of the clouds, prequels in my mind. Boom. Whereas this, it's like I see it and I'm like, oh, Camino, but it doesn't give me that like familiarity. The colors are so important. And then look, like that water, at least you can see like this wave on it now. Like earlier that wave completely blended in. And we were like ultra zooming in there. But like the whites, the foam of the waves is a lot more visible against the poles, so you don't just get these blobs. And then like the slave one itself, you can just see a lot more of the details of it now. So I think we're good on Camino. Yeah, I don't know why the lights are coming across as like very orange. I could just, oops. I don't know why they're that much. I almost want to make just like a mask there only for that section. Because like I like the rest of the scene about here. How much does this ship move? A mask would not be too hard, I don't think. I think that's fine. I pulled it down 5 from my previous one. It's a dream also, so things are gonna, like a lot of things have weird colors just in general. This is the wrong color grade on that. Okay. Yeah, like that's way too red. I don't think this was the original Tatooine one I had. Just kind of sad. But Bo was looking cooked right there, so I gotta fix that later. Let's skim through the rest of this dream. Cause like what do I color grade this? You know, like this is a mix of Tatooine and Camino. It's got my freaking Obi-Wan hanging. What if I just like left that in the final release? Like what the heck? Okay, so we fade out of there. Oh, he's tripping balls. I want to see like my color grading on this versus what theirs was. Just very dark. I mean, this just lets you see it a little better, which is fine. I added that little helmet thing there. Come on. It's lagging so bad. I need RAM. Man, I would love this. I need to find... I want these voice lines back. I think they were lines from... They're like from other characters. Let me listen to this and hear which ones are in there and see if I can remember. Go. Those are too hard to hear. You guys probably couldn't even hear anything with that, so I need to fix those anyways. I can't remember what lines those were. I've got like 2 missing files, and that I believe is on my drive that died. is that F drive. So Star Wars 6.5, The Mandalorian. Let me look. Star Wars 6.5. I got nothing in there, okay. Not that one. 6.5, yeah. This doesn't have that. Hold on. I've got my dead drive next to me. Let me try and pull. Should I plug that in and see what happens? I just can't remember what those were. Something from the Mandalorian Book 4. Like, what would be it? It was like 1322. Oh, this is totally different. Just have TIE fighters playing. When is this from? Yeah, that's from 2023. Dang. Let me plug in my dead drive real quick. I'm going to crawl under my computer. Okay. For some reason, this drive started just working again. I'm not using it for anything, but it's not 100. Like it a couple months ago, it completely crapped out. I tried it on multiple computers. It would not open. I know these old hard drives, like, it's kind of just like the little reading thing gets like misaligned or something. So somehow after 2 months it opened, and I'm being very careful with it. I don't have anything really important in here. Should delete those, actually. I don't need that. But hey, here's my Game of Thrones stuff. Reversing. The end. See? I made a lot of Game of Thrones things. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm getting scared. This is what was happening. Like, it can't do playback on anything. So let's lock on to what I need. I need this. I think it's this one, right? The Way of Mandalore, Book 4. 2 hours, 22 minutes, 20 seconds. Why is that 28 seconds? 022228? 022220. How is that not the same thing? What? See if it'll play back. I can see. It's definitely not that. Huh. That's odd. F Star Wars 6.5. F Star Wars 6.5 Book 4. Well, how is that a different file now? Tisk. I don't know what to make of that one. Hold on. I got one more drive. Let me swap them out. gosh, I'm stupid. I forgot I bought like a USB extension thing. I don't have to crawl under my computer and unplug stuff. Alright, come on. It's the same one. I have no clue what's going on with that. That's the same exact one. Interesting. Alright, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what those voice lines were. So we're going to move on without them. Alright. So be it. Here we go, here we go. Catch up on some chats while I was crawling around under my computer. I always wondered why the Tuscans, who are known to consider showing skin as something blasphemous, never covered Boba's and the Rhodian skins. I think it's because they were prisoners. They're not going to get any status anyways. It was like degrading to themselves to be showing skin. You could make the case, okay, then when Boba becomes like an honorary member, why not make him like wear a helmet? The answer to that is the directors of Book of Boba Fett are morons and don't understand Star Wars lore. Would it work to have the same Camino regrade over the whole dream sequence? That would visually link them pretty well. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. See? Caminos across the whole dream sequence now. That's what I was showing. Like, the Disney one is just darker. In this dream sequence, mine brings out some more visibility. Only use that drive for recovery. Yeah, I know. That thing could... I don't have anything on there that I, like, need, though. I've gotten all my important stuff off it. It just exists now. If I'm, like, looking for something super old that... I haven't found anything else on there that I needed other than what I already recovered. Check the health of the drive. That drive is cooked. It's got that like little click, 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 click noise. It's an old hard drive. Probably like an 8-year-old one that was cheap to begin with. So it's cooked, but it's fine. Man, I really wish I could freaking figure out what this was. This is the Attack of the Clones one. Hey, Boba, with sweep. I've got like one Fennec line. See, little Boba's dead. I had something else there. See, that's cool. I threw that in there like as the Slave One is flying away. You get that line from Jango. I'm going to replace these with something else. I don't know. I can't even tell what that one says. So, let me turn off everything else. What is this? It's just like a sound effect I have. So many freaking audio tracks. Alright, what is this? Come on. Send it. I need RAM.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
It's like impossible to hear. Let me make that like slower almost. Can I hear it with the music now? What's this? I can't hear that one either. I can't understand that. I gotta hear what it is.
Can only get so far without a tribe.
You can only get so far without a tribe. Okay. Now let's try and make that hearable. You only get so far without a tribe.
Can only get so far without a tribe.
Man, even that is like hard to hear. I don't know. He's very mumbly in that section. Might not be the best line. I like the...
Can only get so far without a tribe.
Now that just sounds too sharp. Like if you add echo, it becomes really hard to understand. But if you don't, it sounds like it's just right in your ear.
Get so far without a tribe.
Try that again. That was almost like a good balance of echo and volume. The fades were too strong.
Only get so far without a tribe.
That works, I think. Okay, so lines to replace. Let's replace my two dead ones. Don't know what they were. No idea. Initial ideas are this first one. I want it to be a line from like Tonwi. Trying to see, like, is there a line she could say to Boba that would be thematically relevant? This doesn't show any of the Boba stuff.
Boba, is your father here?
Like, even that one would be good for, like, a dream.
Yep,
Yep.
sure. Tonwi's here.
Him? May we see him?
I was recruited by a man.
And then, so, yeah, I think that works, which is good, because I'm pretty sure I already have that audio file, like, right here. So let's do a little Tonwi. Boba, is your father here? Oh, nice, and it's already got the echo on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I'll explain my process of why I think these lines are... Oh, yeah, or saying from Clone Wars giving...
Boba's dead.
Oops. That's hard to hear. Or a sing would be cool. Yeah, the ones where she's like mentoring young Boba. I might do that. I like that. Good idea.
Boba, is your father here?
It feels like it's like wavering. Dude, I cannot wait for this ram to come in. This is driving me nuts. Every time I hit play and pause, there's just like a 5-second delay.
Bobo, is your father here?
Again, now it's just like she's right in my ear hole. It's a multitask.
Is your father here?
Yeah, that works really well, like him looking into the mask, too. It's getting closer. Just gotta find the right balance between echo and volume. It takes freaking forever on this.
Bobo, is your father here?
Nice. I like it.
Who are you?
Okay, so like right here, yeah, I have like a big space where I could fit 2 more lines. So right here, I want to do the, I'm just a simple man trying to make his way through the universe. I think that would fit really well, like right after the who are you question. And then I'll do an aura sing line after that. Thank you for the suggestion. So let us locate the... Where does he say that line? What part of the
Really?
scene?
I was recruited by
You must know Master.
the universe.
Kenobi. He's come to check on our progress.
Your clones are very impressive. You must be very proud.
My clones!
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
Okay, so I believe that's going to be before the would sweep. Ever make your way as far as Coruscant? Once or twice. Oh gosh, I don't know where this is. Dun, dun, dun. Come on!
Really?
I was recruited by a man called Tyrann or someone.
It's going to be like here then. Why can I not find this? The heck is wrong with me? Oh, I copied the wrong one. I wanted to copy the... Oh, I'm lost in the sauce. What's my Tonway file? I'm out of control. What's happening? What's this line? Why? What? I don't remember this one. Yeah, if you can think of a good line, Goop, let me know. I can find it on YouTube, or if you have a clip. Okay, I got pack your things. We're leaving. So I want to do that like we're leaving on a trip. I'll go through my narrative of why I... What are these? It's freaking slow.
People like us, you get to decide when we're finished.
Okay, so you got that one. So that's my Tonway. So I want you, and then it should be like pretty short after that when he delivers the line. Gosh, the tension in that scene in Attack of the Clones is so good. This is like one of the best like written dialogues for like tension building. That's not just like, you know, big picture drama focused, but I mean, this is like actually good back and forth quips and witty. And this, like, they're each trying to conceal their intentions from each other while you've got, like, a political mediator and a kid in the room. It's such a good scene. Like, both of them, like, Obi-Wan knows this is the guy. Jango knows, oh man, this big plot is in motion. We gotta bail. I gotta get my son and bail out of here. Such a good scene. There it is. It's right there. I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. Yeah, so we're gonna get that "Who are you?" question, and then we're gonna get that from Jango. A little trip down memory lane for young Boba. Let's hear it. I could probably use a Hondo line too if you can find something like that.
Who are you?
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. You only get so far without a try.
Might move that one later. I kind of want it like after he breaks the stick.
You only get so far without a try.
That needs to go down.
You only get so far without a try.
I was just about to blast that and Disney would drone strike me for doing that. Goof the DM. Next time I tell you to pull the trigger, you do it is a good option. That would be great. That's perfect. Especially for this beginning section, because I've got that line of like, from Fennec, she's like, people like you and me, we don't get to choose. And then if I go right into Aura Singh, like teaching him that same lesson as a kid, next time I tell you to pull the trigger, you do it. That would be perfect. And then if there's, I don't know what, I need like one more line. Is there anything? I'm trying to think of anything in the EU of Luke where I would have a voice line of him saying something to or about Boba. Jaden Core, maybe?
Huh, there's some of the weapons right there.
Pshoo! What a great freaking game. He's just like chilling up there. You hear that jetpack?
Boba Fett.
This doesn't concern you, Jedi. Just walk away.
Good old school
Look,
voice
I
acting.
can't do that.
There's like no dialogue there, is there? Dang. Does he have more at the end?
No bounties on you. A shame.
No bounties on you, a shame. Yeah, none of those are gonna work for what I want. What about something from Cad Bane, maybe from the deleted scenes Clone Wars arc? Okay. It's a good idea. Did they finish, like, all the voice acting? Like, do they...
I wouldn't be so hasty now, boy.
Yeah, see, like, they didn't do the effects on Cad.
Let them go, Bane. This isn't their fight anymore.
These are just, like, fill-in voice.
Fighting for those in need. That's a quick way to wind up poor or dead. And probably both.
No more innocent people are going to die. All be locked up, all live in fear.
How did this scene end up getting cut?
Looks like your little insurrection has failed. Now surrender. I'll let your friends walk away.
I mean, like...
Now surrender. Looks like your little insurrection has failed.
That one's not bad.
They give the kid his shot.
That's it. Just you and me then. Boba Fett.
That one could work well.
So that's it. Just you and me then. Boba Fett.
That one could work.
I guess it is.
Dude, honestly, they should have done this whole episode, and that's how Cad Bane dies. That's what I would have done. Filoni can't let go of his characters, though. I'll save that. I might be able to use that Cad line. It's just you and me now, Boba Fett. Maybe the mission brief could have Luke talking about Boba. Does it? Do they even know he's there? Oh, of course, this thing's gonna update. This thing always has to freaking update. Where do I find that Aura Sing line, Goob? I can't even remember like what episode or scene that's from.
Oh.
Okay, actually, I think it's this one.
Let her go.
No.
I can't let you die.
It's over. Surrender. You might talk some sense into him. Tell the Jedi what he wants to know, Boba.
Why should I help anybody? I've got no one.
It is the honor.
Isn't it like in the ship she like smacks him or something and yells at him?
Why should I help anybody? I've got no one.
It is the honorable thing to do.
That exchange is pretty good too. I could do that.
Next time I tell you to pull the trigger, you do it.
Nice. Thank you. I mean, look, I've got some good gaps here to use some lines, so... See how that sounds. Go.
Next time I tell you to pull the trigger, you do it.
Move that a little closer, and for some reason those settings did not carry over at all how I wanted. It didn't even put any echo on it, so let's try that again. Well, that's just the background.
Next time I tell you to pull the trigger, you do it.
Oh my gosh, it's got like... Hold on. It's got like double half the stuff on there. Just start that over. And now we wait another 10 seconds to see if it worked.
Next time I tell you to pull the trigger, you do it.
There we go. That was pretty close. Just maybe a little bit quieter. So let's hear the timing with the Fennec line.
People like us get to decide when we're finished.
I think he should hear it like right as he's falling and looking up.
Next time I tell you to pull the trigger, you do it.
A little quieter, a little more echo. That one should be good. Okay, it's got a pretty big gap here. I could do something else for sure. Definitely want one of those Hondo lines.
It is the honorable thing to do.
Wow, these like did not work. That's weird. Okay, try somewhere else. That.
Let her go.
No chance.
And that one. I want that line from Boba in there also, Goob. Like, what are you saying? Like, why should I? Especially because I'm going to put it, like, right before you can only get so far without a tribe. It's, like, the honorable thing to do. Kind of like here. Only get so far without a tribe. Dun, dun. And then I need a blaster sound effect when he shoots. Bib. I don't know why I don't have one there. Need a Boba blaster. Dun, 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 dun. Try this, I guess. I don't... This thing is just like... bonked. Working on Hondo's line. Oh, interesting.
Huh.
So, you met Boba Fett. I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. It would be cool, but yeah, you're right. It's like he didn't hear this, so why would it be in his dream? Why would he be dwelling on something he never heard? Good idea, but yeah, narratively, I don't think it would make enough sense. Okay, this thing is just jacked up. Is that one? Is that one Boba's? Is that the same? Not exactly. I think this one should work. What the? Where'd it go? What is happening? I don't like this site. This site's freaking me out. Dang, there's some weird looking sites. I don't like any of this. Gross. Relaunch my software. Why the heck is this not working? Failed to download. Oh! Ah! What? What do you mean failed to download? Resume. What if I give you audio? What do you think about that? Nope. Wow, this thing is just down. And these other websites are freaking me out. $360p? Oh. I don't need the video.
Let her go.
Anakin, let her go. Okay, let's get the shot. Shot. And so that's like should start like here. Seems like it's going to be really loud. There we go. A little more. Actually, I could do a little louder. More reverb. Just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. Oh, you got the whole thing. Sweet.
Go, Bane.
Friends walk away.
Yeah, I want the one where it's like, it's just you and me now, boba. No, get off my computer. You failed to do anything. I will quit you. Do not ask me again. In fact, I'm tempted to uninstall you. Bastard. I don't remember where this was in it now. It's supposed to be color grading tonight, and here I go with an hour of audio work. But I think these lines will make this scene hit harder. And it does look better now. Go, go, go.
So that's it. Just you and me then.
He gets so far without a track.
Ogre fits.
Nice. And at this point in the movie, a first-time viewer wouldn't know that Cad Bane is even in this movie. I try and edit my stuff without the assumption that people have foreknowledge of the events. So go in with some like intentional blindness, let things play out as they happen on your screen, as if they're happening for the first time in your mind. So I probably want that CAD one earlier on, because you've got like the darker stuff in the beginning. Then let's do the Hondo one like here. Did I get that one yet? I don't think I did. Oh, I do. I have it. Oh, wow.
So that's it. Just you and...
Yeah. I'm like a few seconds ahead of you, Goop. Thank you for helping. I'm pulling the... And I'm not being 100% clear on which lines I'm pulling, so... I think I've got the lines handled now. So this one is at like
You might talk some. Tell the Jedi
Help anybody.
what he wants to know, Boba.
Why should I help anybody? I've got no one.
It is the honorable thing to do.
that line I want, so that like little back and forth. So that's like a minute 50 something into it. Should be about right there. Let's try it.
anybody.
Body.
I've got no one.
It is the honorable thing to do.
Nice. Yep, that will fit well there. That might be all I need. Did I put the... I did not put it on this one yet. Okay, there we go. Well, let's like kind of watch the whole thing with all these voice lines and see which ones are messed up. Here we go. Look at that Camino. Camino with a lightning strike going on. Pack of things, we're leaving. We're going on a trip. We're deep in the recesses of our mind.
People like us get to decide when we're finished.
Oh, you're right. Hold on. You are right, Goobin, that this needs to be what's pulled all the way over here. Yeah. Okay. People like us, we don't get to decide when we're finished. When I tell you to shoot, you do it.
Decide when we're finished.
Next time I tell you to pull the trigger, you do it.
Nice. That works really well.
So that's it. Just you and me then.
That works with the red eyes so well. That works so well right there now. That's way too quiet there. So that's it.
Boba's dead.
Bo, is your father here?
Who are you?
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
Why should I help anybody? I've got no one.
It is the honorable thing to do.
That one sounded a little off. Need more reverb there. Maybe even the timing with like the visuals of that one wasn't the best either. Let's try that.
Why should I help anybody? I've got no one.
It is the honorable thing to do.
Trying to find a good placement for that line. All works really well. We're close.
The honorable thing to do. You only get so far without a try.
I gotta nail the ending. The ending is still wrong. Try that like right after the branch break.
It's the honorable thing to do. Only gets so far without a trap.
Okay, that line needs to move back. I think the Hondo one worked. Maybe that goes like way over there. Like after he's got his throne and his power base, his tribe, essentially.
Only gets so far without a trap.
Nice. Dun, 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 dun. This is probably the best like visual thing Book of Boba Fett did was this fade. I mimicked one like that earlier, but they did this one themselves. That one's sick. Very well done. Says, I think you could get rid of Kid Boba line and move the Hondo line to there. And end on the tribe line. I kind of like the Kid one. Because it's like as he's struggling, he's like wrestling with his childlike thoughts to be alone. You get a little mentorship from Hondo. The lesson he carried with him. You know, there's something about honor. You're not a total savage. Bounty hunters have a code. Mandalorians, your father is especially have a code. So I think it works pretty well. We've got the color grading. Let's make Tatooine look not like Boba is burnt in the sun. Man, even in... That's the Disney one. Mine looks worse there, but even that looks like too red on him. So what do I do to get rid of the red? It's night, so let's make it look more night-like outside. I think this Tatooine, this section is going to look different than the others. Just because it's like interior, and I did not like the lighting in there. I mean, already that looks... I think a bit better. It takes that redness out of him and makes it look like it's darker at night. Like there. Then it's nighttime. Yeah, they had it oversaturated here, which is usually my go-to, but I'm going to rock with a little bit under for this segment and then bring it back for daytime Tatooine. I think that's the show. That's mine. Show mine. Like Boba, look at that. Like Boba like blends in with the walls and stuff. Why is it so red in here? But then with mine, I think he stands out a lot more, and it looks more like when Chrysanthemum attacks him later in the show. It's got like this type of color. I don't know what, that's wild. Like the middle, it's such a weird contrast with outside too. Like that lighting does. It's like that lighting doesn't match the lighting that's on him. And then the outside lighting isn't doing anything in this room. So, yeah, that looks so much better. That looks so much more like just a regular nighttime interior. The only thing is, I don't want those to be as blue as they look. It starts to just, like, wash it out. Those look a little blue for my liking. But, I mean, those are, like, kind of blue, too. And I don't even know what freaking color are those supposed to be. They might be fine. Like everything kind of has that same hint. Yours looks so much better. Yeah, I definitely think so on this one. So, alright, let me rename this. Between night. Alright, we got rid of Boba's sunburn. Yeah, that looks good. Like, you've got some nice color depth between everything, but you can still tell it's like night outside. I'm a fan of that. Okay, see, but then we go to day and it looks horrible. So we definitely need a different grade for day and night. Look at that. That's theirs. Mine. Theirs. He's so red. Cool. Okay, so we got Tatooine night. Let's get a Tatooine day. And this is a pretty good shot to do it from, because I've got all of this. All that is his belongs to me now. If you want it, you'll have to kill me for it. No, that looks horrible. I don't like that at all. Okay. So this, I probably want a little bit of... Yeah, see, the Phantom Menace, some of it had just like a little pink into it. Like, honestly, like, I'm getting Phantom Menace vibes from that. I think that's a little too extreme, but that's kind of what they had on it. It's like that slight pink. That might be a good balance. Got a little more saturation in there. Yeah, bring the blacks down a little bit. Yeah, the Phantom Menace DVD, it does. It's very pink. There's so many, like, the different versions of those movies. They can look quite different from one another, especially the color grading. Let me see if this is even, like, do I want to go with... I know that gives me, like, a throwback. But how does it look on the other stuff? See, like, that looks weird already. Like, that just doesn't work in this one. Yeah, that looks bad. So... I'm gonna have, like, 20 different Tatooine grades. Gosh, and then... Yeah, wow. That looks like the Phantom Menace. But then I think if you take this here, the sky is going to look whack. Yeah, that doesn't look good anymore. If you add a little bit of blue into it, it helps. Dun, 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 dun. I wish I could find my color grading file that I used to have. I might check another one. What is that? New flashback? I just don't know where it would be. Javier's Cantina. Sick. Okay, that's helpful as a reference. Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay, that I can't go with this. While it looks nostalgic in these aerial shots, the other ones I don't think it works nicely for. Let's kind of use this. Let's start here. So already 2 red. Just gotta play with things and see what I want. About there, maybe. And then, man, the blacks are crazy here. Yeah, I gotta lift those. They're way too dark in the Disney one. Like, look, there you've got like, this is how it's supposed to be. He's got like a darker band of material here. But like the Disney one, you can't even see. That's the Disney one. I can't see anything. Like, where did I can barely make out the top of this band. So there we go, starting to reveal some of the details. Yeah, this is a good reference for the sand color. Those are so nostalgic. At first, I remember when I was trying Tatooine, I wanted it to feel like classic. And I went with like A New Hope, but there's been so many different like regrades of that movie. I don't think there's like and then A Phantom Menace. There's not really like an established exact hue of Tatooine that everybody like universally thinks about. I think the most iconic Tatooine is kind of the, let's see, oh gosh, it just depends which version this pulls from. Almost like this one. Like when I think of Tatooine, like when R2 and C-3PO are wandering around in the desert, it's like this. At least from the version I had when I was growing up, that's how it looked. Which is quite different than that. And then interior Watto shop. Still got some of the pink hues. Yeah, there's still a bit of pink on that one. Yep. That's how they did it. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm missing... It's not there yet. That kind of cuts through some of the haze. Yeah, a little bit of contrast. Don't think I want exposure to move any direction here. Blur. Sharpen. Sharpen it a little bit. Oh, beautiful. Now we're talking. Yeah, that's... I hate that look. Can't negative that one. Okay. Let's compare it. Me, Disney, me, Disney. It's so weird. Like, they go from this super red to then, I would say, overly blue. So I think if I do, like, they swapped what it should be. It should be like more blue at night, more red in the day, and they just reversed it. Maybe they like got their timeline a little messed up, you know? There we go. Now we've got a Deveronian Boba Fett. I think desaturated works for that. Close. Think about Phantom Menace and its pink colors. Yeah. DVD. Yep. My first experience was Phantom Menace VHS. But then I did eventually get the DVD. What was the color grading like on the VHS? I'm actually pretty sure I still have this. I think I still have one. Yeah, watching the Phantom Menace on VHS is the way God intended. Absolutely. That's awesome. Man, I'm not seeing like I want like clips from the movie. What does it look like? This isn't gonna... Oh, it's beautiful. Man, that's great. I loved when it did that. That makes me feel like I'm 7 years old again. Here we go. This is like exactly what I'm looking for, actually. Nice. I had no clue there was a Czech print that did something that drastic. Yeah, so I had this is what I grew up with, and then eventually upgraded to this, and then for me around high school is when I got these. I probably saw these in like 2013. That's when I got the Blu-ray one. Which out of these, I mean, yeah, the Blu-ray looks the nicest. This is cool. Wow, that's like really kind of washed out. What is this Czech one? That's interesting. It's like, yeah, that's a good one. Oof, that looks awful, dude. Czechs. That looks like Disney Plus right there. Sorry, my chat box is covering up that top window. Nice. On this one, I would probably pick DVD. His robe is looking too pink on the Blu-ray now. It's crazy how that stuff just goes by scene by scene. You could spend years color grading. That's a cool comparison. I like the color of this one, obviously the resolution of the Blu-ray, but goodness. Dude, the Czechs were out of control. What are they doing? That honestly looks kind of cool, but man, look at the color of Yoda. It's crazy what just color grading can do. Turn him from that to that only from color grading. That's wild. The Czech print is a scan of the original release that aired in cinema. Wow, I didn't know anything about that. What, so this is like what was actually in theaters? Looked like this? No. Really? There's no way that was in theaters. What? Are you saying like aired in Czechoslovakia or something? The Czech Republic? Only? Not in the US? Did it really look like this in theaters? That looks whack. This one looks kind of cool. I like their Jedi Temple. Their skies are not good. Wouldn't be exactly right as there's likely some change to colors. Oh, you did it again. He's done it again. The Aussie coming through. Yeah. Plus fading of the film itself. Yeah, okay. It's got that Disney Plus sky. But some of them look good, actually. They're definitely like more yellow. Blu-ray's the most blue. Huh. Ironic. Yeah, I like this one the best here too. Cool. So am I happy with this one yet? I mean, that's your money shot. Like, this is the shot I gotta nail. Dude, Boba's armor looks so freaking cool. Okay, so that's Disney Plus. Very blue and dark. That's mine. It feels more like Tatooine. I'm missing something, though. Man. so hard. I'm having trouble like pulling out the colors of his armor. It's just like a little, it's still too bland. I'm close to what I want, but I need something to pull out the reds and greens here. Yeah, that's theirs. I'm definitely on the right track. But I am having trouble figuring what I need to yoink. I pull like the red curve. It's not doing anything different than... That helps his armor look a little cooler, but like the lights on his armor look like they glow a little more, but I don't like what it's doing to the sky necessarily. The sky's gotta stay like... no more pink than that. Trying to see where I can put this to get some distinction between his... like that should be red. And that should look green, but they don't yet. That helps. Again, I start jacking up the sky a little bit too much. Well, like, I mean, that makes his armor look the best. Like, I'm getting close there, but that, yeah, that's gonna, woo, that's cooking. That looks a little crazy. Beautiful. Am I just gonna have to go like room by room on Tatooine to fix this? Oh, see, like, yeah, that can't work. No. And even the problem is, like, okay, say I just want to use that to pull his armor colors out in one, but he's like, he's putting his helmet on right here. So his face is going to look super red. And then his armor would look good. Or his face looks good and his armor looks wrong. Oh, it's a freaking vignette. I hate vignette. Get that out of here. This is tough. This one's tough. I'll find it. I'll find what I need. Man, I am having a hard time pulling it. It's almost just like the footage just did not capture that color, and there's not much I can bring out of it. trouble. Like it looks good here, like the contrast of the yellow and stuff. It's just that one shot. And it's not just like saturation, because even if I go way over the top with it, like that is just starting to get how I want his armor to look. Which, you know, of course nukes the entire scene. See, like, look at that. Like, look at, if you're only looking at Boba's armor, what looks better? That? Or the other than, okay, let's go like there, maybe. That's probably the best his armor looks. Because he looks like nice and colorful here. He looks great. The green and the yellow look good now. It's just when he puts on the helmet. Yeah, I don't like how that looks. What can I do? I could draw like a mask and only do his helmet, but then it's, I don't know, you're gonna tell something changes. It's just one continuous shot. I don't know what else to tweak though. I'm just looking at the reds only on his helmet to see. Yeah, there's just like no temperature, tint, or anything that brings it out really. Maybe a little bit of exposure can help. This one's making me mad. Dun 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 dun. So I like mine better here. It's not exactly what I want for the exterior, but I know it is so close. I'm just struggling on this last one. I mean, it's nothing with like the. It's no like tint I can do. The only thing that was it, which one was it? Was it this? Yeah, like that helps it. So So doing that helps, but I mean that's just. Then look at him 2 seconds earlier, though, is the problem. Right now he looks horrible. That looks neon. But now his wrist guards look good and his helmet paint looks good. Like, that's the best it can look right there. I almost have to, like... I'm gonna try a mask right now and see what I can do. So if I do this, and then I like only do it on him. He has wrist pieces in there. It's not just... Even that looks better. This would be really hard to mask and track all just for a couple colors, though. Be very time consuming. I just get like a nice feather in there. Then like this mask, gosh, I mean I only need that to appear like now. That's the only thing I'm seeing to get some of those reds, but I don't think this is gonna work. The light from the window is the problem. You could mask out just the window to darken it or keep it as is. Then add exposure and some more saturation on top of the rest. Yes, the window is a problem. The fact that his face is in it is the problem, though. Because now his skin looks too red, even though his armor looks good. But then it's like, you can see it here. You'd almost have to have like a perfect mask of the helmet the whole way up. That's there, so that looks terrible. And that looks much better. But then that's without my extra mask. With my mask, without my mask. The width definitely looks better, but I don't know how to do it. I mean, I could try like an opacity fade on it, like what if it's at like 0 here? How bad would it look to then fade into it? Like, it's gonna look super crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I think they just messed up this shot. Like, the lighting on set is just bad, and I don't think I can really do it. I mean, that didn't look like super janky. I looked from further before. I mean, it helps a little bit for, yeah, like you said, it does help. It's better than nothing, I guess. Can I feather it less? Ba-dum-bum. And then it's hard because the zoom. Yeah, I want to shrink it too a little bit, I think, so it's just really the mask. His shoulder pieces were looking a little bit too neon. So if I pull it in, get it like just on the red, on the helmet. I mean, it's more impactful on the scene change. It's like Disney Plus, Way of Mandalore. So it definitely helps. That's probably as good as I'm going to be able to do on that one. Kind of sad. They just messed up the lighting on set, I think. Does Premiere have a magic mask feature like Resolve? I have not used Resolve, so I don't know what to compare that to. See, now I'm just mad because it's like, well, you know, this one needs that thing too. Because now his helmet looks bad there, but then much better here. Man. Yeah, I might just have to just eat this one. That his mask can't look good in this. I don't like it looking dull there and then better here. And even there, it's still not good. So might just have to leave it at that. I feel like I've tried everything that is reasonable. I could look at going into just like downloading Resolve to help me with a few ones. I have a lot of people at my work that edit on Premiere and then take the stuff into Resolve to color grade because they say it's better. I've just never used it. And I am not sure what Magic Mask is in Resolve, sorry. What's up, Hardwick, though? I think I'm going to close down the stream for night. We're past 2.5 hours on colors and noises. So, hey, I'm 15 minutes into the color grading. You know, it is one of those things where once I get it for a few scenes, you can, for the most part, stretch it across. Not always, but like Rock World was very easy to do. So, alright, yeah, you got to see a little bit of my process. I'll keep working through this. Let me just drag that over. Like, even there, like, look how much, like, even without my color grade, look how much better his helmet looks here. You know, this isn't like a set flaw. It is literally just the room they were filming in and the lighting they had on that first one or whatever camera stuff was going on. It just, like, nuked that color. And there's just not much to bring it out with. But like even this, like I don't like this here. That's not what I want it to look like. So I'm gonna try and I'll work on things. Try and cook my general Tatooine. I am super happy with Kamino. I am super happy with this nighttime scene here. So we did really good work on that. Yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, dang. I'm gonna get pissed off every time I see this. I'm gonna remain forever pissed about this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What have I done? Hold on. I've done something horrible. There we go. Accidentally deleted all the work I just did there. So, I mean, Disney versus me, you know, mine's slightly better for sure, just all around, but it's a shame. It's a shame what they did to Boba. His helmet. Like, come on. That's supposed to look red. Guys, that is red and that is green. Like, look at that. So I'm saying there's just... And that's the Disney footage I'm working with. That is red. This is green. That's why I just, like, the settings aren't working, because there's just nothing to pull from. I mean, look, this is Boba Fett's helmet. Right? Book of Boba Fett version. Like this. That is what we should... That's where I'm zoomed in. That is what we should be seeing, and instead Disney churned out this. Those are the yellow stripes. That's that. You know? That's crazy. Red, green, red, green. Just, yeah, there's just no hope with this one. It's whack. This is up there for some of the worst color grading Disney has done. Holy smokes. That's just tough. The more I look at it, the more it astonishes me. I have DaVinci Resolve Studio, the paid version, which has an impressive Magic Mask feature. If I'm not mistaken, Magic Mask isn't in the free version. Interesting. I'll watch a YouTube video of it tomorrow, see if I think it could help me. I have been wanting to just learn a few basic things in Resolve. It does some things better than Premiere for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, even super worn down helmet, there is just always a clear distinction. Red, olive, everywhere. And then you get that. That's just whack, man. Oh well. So, there's mine. That's honestly as good as I can do, I think. Which... Let's do a zoom in comparison to theirs. I mean, theirs is just like blue and blue. Mine doesn't even pull the red, like a little bit here, just because I have the pink hues on the whole thing. But yeah, there's just no red in existence in this camera footage. It's just not there. So, sadly, the shot will look bland. I'll watch some videos. tomorrow too. Maybe just some guides. I'm not like a master color grader to begin with. Especially compared to some of the other people at my work, so maybe I'll show them a picture and be like, what, can I do anything to pull some more red out of this? So maybe I'll come back on the next stream and let you guys know what happened. Alright, thanks for watching tonight. This was cool going over this process. I've never shown color grading on a live stream. Trying to think, somebody asked me if I was gonna do the trailer, a live stream building the trailer. I'll try and at least do one of trailer creation. I'm not doing like the whole trailer start to finish on stream, but I'll go through some. I'll stream at least one night for that. So I'll still be color grading and checking stuff through the rest of the week. Might throw up another stream as I'm towards the end of that process. So thanks for the collab too on the getting this sound stuff worked out with the additional dream lines. That was cool. I'm interested to see which I know when Eddie Dean watches it, he'll catch the lines. I'm interested to see feedback from other people who don't watch these streams when they hear it, if they can like figure out where stuff is from. That's always fun. So yeah, super happy with how that turned out. We did some great color grading on Camino. Got my Yavin locked in. And then we'll start working through Tatooine. Yeah, like that. I just... That doesn't say Tatooine to me right now. It just doesn't. So that's the Disney one. And then I'm excited about... I think this shot's pretty cool too. Having some of the New Republic fleet up in the sky. Of Yavin. It's like the good old days. So like let me just double check this and then I'm gonna jump. What the? Oh, there it is. Just pull my Yavin over here. Just want to make sure. See how it looks on these other shots. So Disney, mine. It's not too different, honestly. Probably more noticeable here. Yeah. Just cut through some of the haze. Bring out a little more of the blues in the sky. But, you know, Yavin's a pretty bland planet to begin with. Even this is pretty colorful for Yavin. So I don't think their colors don't look... I would like some darker greens for sure. I know they were doing a different planet to begin with too, but at least I cut through some of the haze, I think. So, alrighty. Good stuff, everybody. Glad you could join Goob. Good luck with work the rest of the week. I'll see you fine folks soon. But for now...